Okay, if we have everybody get seated and turn down the phones and put the games away, we're going to continue our contest as we start our formal wear with the man with the plan, Dax Smith.
Looking good, Dax. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions, okay? First of all, I wanted to ask you, who do you look up to in your family?
My sister.
Your older sister?
Yes.
Can you tell me why you look up to your older sister and what her name is?
My sister's older. She's older than me, and I look up to her because she is 12 and I am littler.
Good answer. Okay.
I want to know, if you could have any superhero power, what would it be?
Strength.
Why is that?
Because Mia picks on me a lot.
The truth comes out. All right, that's Dax Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Up next is our Little Miss contestants. Our first contestant is Madison Nail.
Hi again. You look so pretty. I was wondering if you could have one wish, what would it be?
It would be to have an amazing life.
You say that again.
It would be to have an amazing life.
It would be to have an amazing life, in case anybody didn't hear that.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I would like to be a fashion designer because I like to dress up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Madison Nail. Our next contestant is Madeline Bergen.
You look pretty. I like your necklace. Can you tell me, if I came to visit you at your house, what would we do for fun?
We would probably play with my dogs. I have 2 dogs. The oldest one is Willow and the littlest one is Trixie.
Sounds fun.
What is your favorite vacation spot?
My favorite vacation spot is probably Chicago. Because they have a lot of beaches.
Ladies and gentlemen, Madeline Bergen. Next, we move on to our Junior Little Miss competition. Our first Junior Miss is Ashley Nail.
You look great. I was wondering, if I gave you $1, what would you do with it?
If you gave me $1, I would give it to the poor.
Who is the person you most admire and why?
I admire my mom the most because I look up to her.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Nail. Our next contestant is Paige Troxel.
You look beautiful. I was wondering if you could tell us what your favorite movie is and why you chose that movie.
My favorite movie is Frozen because I like to play in the snow. And it reminds me of the pretty rainbow.
If you were given $1 million and you had to spend it on yourself, what would you do with it?
I would spend it on probably horses.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paige Troxel. That's our Little Miss, Little Mister, and Junior Little Miss. We move on to our Queen competition. And our first Queen out this afternoon in her formal wear is Paige Andrews.
I love your dress. You look beautiful. Paige, why do you want to be Miss Haysville?
I would like to be Miss Haysville because I live in Haysville and I see all the little kids that enjoy this little town, and it's not very big. And I think that if we could get all of us little kids to be involved in more activities and help, that we could all do something cool and make Haysville a little bit more fun and enjoy ourselves.
What makes you unique?
What makes me unique is that sometimes I can be a girl and girly girl, and sometimes I can get down and let's get dirty.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paige Andrews. Our next contestant is Elizabeth Hebner.
I love your dress as well. Very pretty, and I love those shoes. Wow. If I was a genie in a bottle, Paige, or Elizabeth, I'm sorry, and could grant you one wish, what would it be?
My wish would be to spend one more time with my classmate who had passed away in 4th grade. Liz, what motivates you and why? What motivates me is my peers, my friends, and my family, because they're all I have.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elizabeth Huebner. Our next contestant is Emily Kiefner.
Hi, Emily. That color is great on you. It's very pretty. I would like to know, I know you were involved in Girl Talk as a leader, and I'm curious, what have you learned about yourself throughout that experience?
Through Girl Talk, I learned that my life is completely different than these girls, that they go through so much more than I do. I learned just to build myself up, build my self-esteem up, try to do as much as I can for those girls, just try to help them in any way, and just to realize that even when we're down, it can be 10 times worse for them.
If you won 2 tickets anywhere in the world, where would you go and who would you take with you?
I would take my mom, and I would love to go to Paris. That would be just amazing, going to the Eiffel Tower, just looking at all the beautiful lights, and just seeing the beautiful scenery.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Kiefner. Sorry, Dad. Our next contestant is Bethany Kempf.
Hi, Bethany. That dress looks great on you. My question to you is, if you could meet anyone from history, who would it be and why?
I'd want to meet, I'd have to say George Washington, because he was the first president and he had to learn how to do it, and he failed a few times, but I mean, we're still here.
What is the most important asset you want family and friends to remember about you?
The most important asset I want to know that my friends and family remember about me is my laugh, because it may be loud and annoying, but you know it from anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bethany Kemp. Our next contestant is Caitlin Servance.
Caitlin. You look beautiful. You can come up here a little bit. You can walk in that dress. That's beautiful. My question to you, Caitlin, is where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Where I see myself in 5 years is hopefully working in a hospital as a nurse, and then hopefully get ready to go to school again to be a diabetic doctor.
Who do you most admire and why?
The person I admire most would be my mom. She's been through so much. She's lost a son, and I look up to her so much, and I want to be like her someday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Surveillance. Our next contestant is Darcy Vonderheide.
Hello again, Darcy. You look wonderful. You've done so well with Girl Scouts. It's such a commitment to that organization at such a young age. And I'm wondering if you could explain to all of us what you've learned about yourself at 15 years old throughout the organization of Girl Scouts.
Well, I've learned about myself throughout Girl Scouts is that I need to talk a little bit more and voice my opinion, because a lot of girls go above me and get their choice in things, but I need to be a little bit bolder with what I want to say.
Other than the title of Miss Haysville Bicentennial, what do you hope to leave with today?
Just a new experience, and that I can get better at interviews and talking in front of people, because I'm like shaking right now, so I'm very nervous with talking in front of people, but I want to get very much better at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Darcy Vonderheide. Our next contestant is Jasmine Vonderheide.
Hi, Jasmine. That's a very beautiful color on you. My question to you is kind of thought-provoking. You're such a good speaker, and you were great in your interview, but my question is, if you could accomplish anything you wanted in life, and you had all of the time, and all the money, and the resources that you needed to do so, and you knew that you wouldn't fail at doing that, what would you do?
What I would do with all the time in the world to make an accomplishment would be a two-part thing: to build my mom the house of her dreams, and to turn my grandpa back to who he was before his massive heart attack, because I missed that.
Do you think it's better to be a leader or a follower, and which best describes you?
I think it's better to be a leader in some cases, because you can show to younger girls or guys that it's okay to be in the front and to show who you are. And I think what best describes me is both. I don't really like to be a leader. I don't like to be a follower. I like to be right in the middle.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine Vonderheide. And that's the end of our formal competition. We're going to take a small break. Let's give all of our contestants a big round of applause. The judges have a very hard job to do now. It doesn't get any easier. We hope you enjoy the competition.
I just want to say that this has been a very rewarding experience. You should be so proud of these girls. I've been with them for 6 weeks and I couldn't love them any more than if they were my own. I mean, we've had good times, we've had bad times, we've had, yeah, do I have to? No, I don't want to. Yeah, you will do that. But I've corrected them, they've corrected me. Believe me, many a time. I'm one of these, I can't find something, they'll say, Donna, there it is. But you have to be so proud of these girls, all of them. I love them all, and I'm going to miss them after next week, that's for sure. So give them another applause. They deserve it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Donna, the chairwoman for the pageant committee. And she's done a great job staying in touch and doing a great job with everyone, and Dax too. Because, you know, Dax, you got to give some credit.
We don't want to leave Dax out.
We don't want to leave Dax out. But now the judges have a very hard job to do, of course. We want to thank all the folks that have been involved in this, including the committee, the assistants, the helpers, all the folks involved. Also want to take the opportunity to thank the parents and the Bicentennial Committee and the local supporters to help make this pageant possible. So next time you see some of those folks, tell them thank you. And of course, make sure to join us all next week. Going to be a lot of fun here in Haysville. So now just take a little break.
Tell them not to forget the bake-off Thursday.
Yes, Donna said don't forget the bake-off Thursday.
Bring all the entries here.
Bring all your entries here if you're planning on participating in the bake-off. And you know, we also mentioned a lot of the different things that these young ladies are judged on and young gentlemen are judged on. Not only the questions, but also their poise, their appearance, their modeling ability, their personal interview. For some, this is probably the first time they've been out in public in front of people. So make sure to let them know that they did a great job as you see them all through this week, because I'm sure they're going to be working the Bicentennial celebration, whether they're got a crown on their head or not. They're going to be in a stand somewhere. And I know one thing, I can't wait for the barbecue pork chops. So it's going to be some good stuff. So enjoy the next few minutes as we wait for the judges. Again, thank you to all the sponsors. And thanks, Donna, for asking me to do this. It only comes around once every 200 years, so I figured I better take the chance. So we're going to be back with you in just a few minutes.